We lost our second son, Jared, to suicide when he was 16 years old. We don't have the answers of why we lost him. He didn't tell us that, and he left us a precious note. The note didn't tell us that. It told us he loved us and that it had nothing to do with our ministry and being in missions, and he asked us to keep going and keep doing that. And we did continue to pursue that. We were partway through our training, and we continued to pursue that. But just like anybody that faces tragedy in their lives, we struggled. We had a definite year that was very, very hard as we worked through just dealing with losing him and how to bring things back to a normal. And there becomes a new normal. It's never the old normal, but yes, we did. But through God's grace and Him bringing people and circumstances into our lives, we were able to work through that and continue to grow. And now as we look back over 25 years later, just remember our son with absolute joy, and makes me smile when I think of him. And I don't have that actual gut punch that I had, the first several years, but it did teach us not to keep God in a box, because I just always assumed anybody that had suicide in their family, obviously something was way off, way wrong. Somebody was doing something that was, so I did. It really stretched my boundaries of who I thought God was and made me see Him in a different light. But I do look forward to seeing Jared in heaven. So.
What would you say to someone today who experienced in ministry and experienced a tragedy like that?
If you have an opportunity to have some good counsel, some good solid counsel, there is reality to grieving, and there is a process of it, and it shouldn't be disdained or anything. It should be actually looked at, that you would have some good counseling so that you know what you're going to face, that you know what you're up against, both in the grieving for your family and yourself, and just working through it, because there's several different stages. So I feel that's pretty important, and we had the opportunity to have that immediately after Jared's death, and it was spot on and helped us in many ways. And also, none of you are going to go through that process of grieving at the same pace, the same rate, and exactly the same timing. All those things can be different, and you need to really give each other grace. It's going to stretch relationships like you can't believe. Those need to be viewed as opportunities to grow. And in the end, you have to settle in your heart, because, like Laura said, this blew our idea of God, who God was, out of the box. We realized we had God in a box. We'd probably all do it. And He wasn't that God anymore for us. But He's a greater God. And you have to come to the point in your life where you choose again, I believe. Like, it can be a moment, or it can be maybe an ongoing thing, I don't know. But Like, I don't know what happened, God. I don't understand. There's many things in our lives that happen, not just suicide. We don't understand them. We don't know why. God could have stopped them. He didn't cause them. He didn't make it happen, but he could have stopped it. And you have to come to that realization, like, I don't understand, which we don't. But I have this choice. Like, I'm going to trust you even in my misunderstanding or not understanding. Or I'm going to go down my own road and I'm going to pave my own way and I'm going to be angry at you, God, and probably angry at people all around you. And I'm going to blame everything on everybody but me. Or, in other words, bitter. You've seen people who grow into their old age with bitterness and hate. And so there's those two choices. You might as well make the right choice and pray to God that you will and that He'll help you, that He, no matter what, you have to trust Him. And I think once you do that mentally, in a spiritual, mental, whatever, you come to grips with that. It doesn't cure everything, but it helps you move down a healing path and away from this dead-end bitterness and hate and anger. So there's a process. There is anger that occurs. There is denial. There is all these different things that come into our life, and that's a way of working through dealing with things. But that's, I hope, it may take you 1 year, it may take you 1 month, it may take you 10 years. Preferably not 10 years. That's a lot of anguish in your